Hello, this is Lee with 82 Game 12, back with video 17 of the Great Battles of Julius Caesar Deluxe Edition by GMT, and this is dealing with the Battle of Pharsalus. And we're going to jump right in. I had started to tape this and didn't realize I was on slow mo, and the focus was not coming in. I thought something's not right here, so I checked, and sure enough, I got to start over. So let's hit these sponsors. We've got Mertu, fine jewelry for men, specialize in men's jewelry. These bracelets I've had for 4 years. I wear them all the time, and they still are in like new condition. So you're going to have durable jewelry at a fair price, and you're going to get quality, fine workmanship, genuine leather, stainless steel, so forth. So if you've got a man in your life there, or a father, a son, so forth, that's got a birthday or something coming up, hey, take a look at Mertu. You can find them at mertu.com, and then also provide a link for the YouTube channel. So check them out. Then we have Serious A dice. There's 2 examples there in the tubes. We've got the Red Cloud. I call it blood, but so we have Serious A dice. They're from they're a Brooklyn, New York company. The only bad thing I see is that the dice, they're made in China. Which kind of irks me, but I won't get into that. These are rounded dice, of course, much like a lot of other dice that you find. What makes these kind of unique, besides the colors, you get a lot of variety of colors, is it comes with 8 dice. Of course, here's only 6, so the other 2 I'm actually using. So I'm using the 10-sided and the percentage dice. And what's unique is you get 2 20-sided dice. Now, why is that? I don't know. I don't really know why that is. I need to check to see what's is there a purpose for that, or is that their selling point, or just a gimmick, or what? But it's going to be a different color, so it'll stand out from the other 20-sided dice and other dice in the set. So that's just kind of unique. So if you're looking for some new dice, then I suggest you go over to Serious A Dice and check them out. SeriousDice.com is where you're going to find them. For some reason, the A is dropped out. Might be Serious Dice, but there's an A in between there. Excuse me. I've got this itchy, scratchy throat. Haven't been feeling very well lately, so. Okay, so let's jump back into the game here. When we had stopped in the last video, we had just finished with Labienus. Okay, got him marked right here. And he had activated and had gained momentum, and Caesar was trying to stop him. And Caesar failed his trump die roll, and so Caesar's finished. And the reason Caesar gambled with that is because if you look up there, those move markers are all part of Labienus' cavalry, and they're going to get around that flank. I don't know how. Caesar's going to be able to stop that. He's going to have to use he's already used his executive command 2 times. He can't use it again. So they're going to have to hope that they get a good die roll. And they're going to have to move some units over there to try to block those cavalry units. And I don't know what who that's going to be, but that's what's going on there. And I think Albinius failed his third attempt, or it would be his third order phase momentum. So we've got quite a dilemma there on Caesar's right flank. Okay, and then if we pull back and we take a look, we've got Pompey here has 2 tribunes that have not been activated. He's going to activate them. Legion commands is what he's looking for. Okay, and then we have Barbus. Barbus right here is going to be the next one to be activated. He's a 5, and he's the only him and Pompey are the only ones left. All the other leaders have been activated. So, and he's going to have to do something to shore up that center there, because Sulla has has created some huge gaps here. A big hole in Barbus's line. He has a lot of guys that have routed. And then if we move down so further, we've got another break in here. Okay, this unit here. I can go ahead and move this move marker here. And this one here. Don't need to have those there now. They've got a gap here that Aphronius down here is going to have to try to push some units up there to hold. And I don't know, he might be able to do that. I don't know. We'll have to wait to see. Scipio also here. They've got some huge gaps. Now they have been able to push here. So as they're pushing through here, Caesar's legions are pushing right here. This 6th legion under Dominius is pushing right there. So we're basically going to have a huge gap there. I would expect these guys to want to curve back towards Caesar, and these guys here may want to try to curve to stop these guys that are trying to get around into Caesar's flank over there. And if we look down the line here a little further, really it's kind of a stalemate down here. Well, no, it's not, because Galatia here and Cilicia are putting a lot of pressure on this flank over here on Mark Antony, and they're going to be able to turn and get into Antony's flank. He doesn't have the forces to stop these guys. Okay. These guys are on the run, routing. So that's what we've got. Plus all the units down here that are routing. Okay, a lot more than what Caesar's units are up there. Okay, and of course we've got these that are down on this side that are routing. So let's jump right into Barbus. He's right here. Okay, now his tribunes. Okay, he's got 1 tribune that hasn't been activated, and the reason is because he's locked into this combat. Okay, so Barbus can pull him back, and it cost him 2 commands. So right now he's got 5. So if he does that, he's gonna then he's gonna have to have these guys attack. He's going to have a pretty good chance of getting momentum too. So he wants to try to pull that guy back to come back here to where some of these routed units are. Okay, so he's going to use 2 orders to pull the tribune of the 16th Legion back. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So he moves him back to here. Okay. All right, so that tribune's finished. Now he's going to use one order to have this unit go right there. Okay. So we're going to have a shock must check. And he's still has his, that unit there. Put that right there. Still has his javelin. So, of course, he's going to fire at this unit here. So, got a 1, so he got a hit. So, this guy here takes a hit, so now he's at 4. Okay, we'll come back to them. So now he's got 2. And let's see, I don't think this Syrian is a Syrian hit. It might be. Let's see. Let's check to see who is whose. Okay, so no, Syria is Scipio's. Enobarbus only has the 16th and the 17th legions, so yeah, he can't move that guy. So he's going to activate this guy. Who's going to turn right there. So this guy is now going to have a shock must check right there. Let's pull up a little closer. He's got his javelins, so he's gonna fire at this guy. Oops. Now, there's no need for him to turn because he's still in his front legs. So, but we do have a javelin throw, and a 2 is a hit. And let's see. Actually, he would be. He's not. He hasn't been in combat, so he would still have. Still has his javelins. So he should have fired first. All right, so miss. Okay. All right, so all right, we've got one order left. And I think he's going to pull back to rally here. If he can get a momentum. So, all right. So we're going to have two. Yeah, he's going to be out of range of everybody else. So he's not activating anybody else to attack or anything. He's just, these two are going to be the ones that are attacking. These two that had moved. So here against here. And then our blue and orange is our second one. All right, so let's get our dice and roll to see if there's any detrimental effects from the charge, the movement in. All right, so we've got a 2. Let's see, a 2 here, and then I rolled an 8 here. So this one is actually going to go. He's going to be at 5 now. Let's see, that's good. I'm going to go with. Where's my? Oh yeah, these here. Okay, and no effect on Pompey's. So move this over here, this back here. That. All right, so let's close in so we can see what's what. Okay, so for the first one, we're going to have a 2, and the other one, we're going to have a 7. Okay. All right, so here we've got a recruit against a veteran. Okay, we started at 6 on the 6th column. Okay, he is depleted. The defender's depleted, so we move up to 7. And that's where we're at. 7, and we rolled a 2. That's going to be 2 and 2. So that goes over there, I think. So he was what? At 1. So he goes up to 3. All right. Okay. Next, we've got a recruit versus a veteran. So again, we'd be at 6, and he's depleted, so we go to 7. And we rolled a 7. It's going to be 2 and 3, and he's going to be routed. Yeah, he was at a 5, so it's not any more routed. I'm gonna have to get a routed one over here. Put this yellow on here. All right, turning. He was here. He goes to here. This guy advances. Of course, this guy's got to move away. They can move over to here. All right. That's that. So let's pull back here and see if Barbas can get his momentum. Rolled a 9. And then I rolled a 3. That's going to be where's that other chart at? The leader attempting momentum is finished. So he's finished. All right. Next, we move to Pompey. Right over here. Now, Pompey can, if he so desired, could activate the skirmishers to fire on the legions, the cohorts in front of him again. Of course, not the ones over here on this side. But let's see, we got damage over here. Yeah, 4. Okay, well, not too bad. Okay, so Pompey is going to give his 2 tribunes that he has control over legion commands. So, and they are going to act together. So that way, if we have any opportunity for them to attack the same cohort, we're going to do that. So, all right, so just got to decide where we want to start. On the right side here with the 3rd Tribune or the 1st. And this is going to be veteran against veteran. So okay, we're going to start over here. Okay, so we're going to go see. I think when we do this, I think you wait when you do a Legion command. I think you wait to do the missile, all of the missile fire at the end of movement, after all of the units have moved. Let's see. I'm trying to find that. Yeah, 8.2. It says 8.21. Okay, dealing with entry reaction. There's the exception. When friendly units are moving as a result of a Legion or line command, all movement is completed before any entry fire takes place. And all entry fire takes place before any fire by any of the moved units. And the reacting unit may fire at only one unit that enters its ZOC. Alright, so seems like I remember that from an earlier video when I was doing this. So we're going to do all the movement, as we'll get this ready, of both of these legions, and then we'll go up and down the line with the fire. So, alright, so we're going to start over here. And so we're going 1, 2 right there. So we're going to have a shock must check right there. Okay. All right. Then this guy goes to here. We've got a shock must check. This guy, no, this is Pompey. This guy, well, see that ain't gonna work, because when he gets in here and he's attacking the flank, this guy's in his flank. So, but if we get in here, it gives us 2 to 1, 1, 2, and then right there. So I can just move this between them. Okay, so this guy's going here, this guy's going there, so both of them, we've got shock must check on all of those. Okay. That guy's going there. Two, and he's going to stack behind this guy. All right, so those guys moved. Okay, now over in Tribune for Legion. Oh, wait a minute, I got this guy back here. What's he doing? I'm gonna move him right there. Got to have a gap for the guys to come barreling out of. All right, so this guy moves to here. Of course, this guy's going here, here, and here. There. He wants to be there. Tribune like that. 3, 4, 5, and like that. Okay, and then all of those guys have shock must check. Okay, so picked up the wrong one there, didn't I? That guy doesn't. Those guys, and I can put these on here like, okay, all of these guys up and down that line. All right, so there we are. So now we would do the reaction fire. And so we're going to have all of the defenders, okay? So this guy, yeah, he's still got his, so he's got to pick one of these guys to fire. He's going to, oh, not that. He'll fire at this guy. Okay, and then this guy has got to pick this guy. This guy is going to pick this guy. We just move down the line. He's going to go here. Oops. And let's see here. We've got this guy's going to go here. I guess he'll throw it there. And then this guy on the end here, throw his here. And then that guy doesn't have any. They're already involved there. Okay, so let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Dice all moved on me. Okay, so the first one, all right, we got an 8. We have a 3. That's going to be a hit. A 5, a 9, an 8, a 4, and a 4. What we got? Okay, so this one here is a miss. This one's going to be a hit. It'll be against the top guy. Okay. This one is a hit. It's going to be a 1 on that one. So 9 is a, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 is a miss. 8 is a miss. 4 is a hit. And he's hitting here, so top guy. And then this is a pit with a 4. Okay. Here. All right. Now we have the attackers, which are Pompey's forces. I don't have to worry about when I roll for Pompey, it's purple's always the first dice. Oops, that's a 1 and a 5. Okay, so on this side, well, let's see, we actually have 2 guys there, so I need to roll another dice. Let's see. Let's roll this one. Okay. All right. All right, so we got 2 hits there. So this guy here is taking 2 hits. So he's going to be a 3. This is a miss. This one here is a hit. So he's going to take a hit. All right. An 8's a miss. Let's see, a 2 is a hit, so he takes 1. Okay, the next one's a hit, so he takes 1. Javelin, you just have to have 5 or less. If movement doesn't affect, and then that's a 5, so that's a hit. So he went here, here, here. I got that guy right there. What's the deal with him? Oh, I got to roll for him. I got to roll another dice. It's a 9, so it was a miss for this guy here. That right here I didn't have a block on. So, all right. So that's that. Now we have to roll for Um, the shock must check. So now we got to check the TQ. All right. So let's see. Let's get rid of this shock stuff off of here. All right. And then this guy, I have to decide if he's going to go here or he's going to go there. I think he's going to go with his own guy. So he would be an orange. This guy. All right, so let's just start up here. Okay. So there's 3 units there. Let's see here. I rolled a 0, a 2, and then an 8. So this guy here has to take a hit because the 8 is higher than the 7. So this guy takes a hit. All right, next we've got these 2 guys, which actually there's 3 guys there. So once again, I got a 6 for Caesar's man, so he's okay. Then we got a 2 and a 2, so that's everybody there's fine. So now we go these 2. Got a 5 and a 0, they're fine. So now we move down the list here. Got these. Now we go with these guys right here. 5 and an 8. Let's see. Well, I actually have to roll another one right here. A 1. All right, so the top guy is going to take a hit here. All right, then we move to these 2 guys right here, the blue and the orange right there. Caesar rolled 0. However, let's see. Well, there's going to be 3 guys here. There's 3 guys here. So this guy rolled an 8, so he's going to take 1. And then other 2 guys, I'm gonna roll for them. So an 8 and a 2. The bottom, let's see, the bottom guy is gonna be the guy that takes the other one. He's gonna take, well, depends on what he is. If he's a 6, he's gonna take 2, yeah. So he takes 2, because I rolled an 8. He takes 1. Oops. All right. So that's these 2 guys. So there's 2 guys here and 1 guy there. So 6 and a 7. 7. Okay. So he takes a hit. Okay. Got these guys. Okay, here we got 2 and we got 1. We got 9. Okay, so the top guy So I just did this, guys. We're doing these guys. So this top guy here takes 2. So he's at 3. As I rolled a 9, he's got a 7. Okay, so the last 2 are going to be these 2. So there's 2 guys there. 9, 4, and 5. 4 for this guy, 9 for the top guy, and then 5. So he's going to go 3 down. So he's going to be at 4. Not only that, but if this guy doesn't attack, okay, these guys are going to have to attack these guys and these guys. So, let me pull these back. All right. Okay. All right, these guys on the end here, they didn't have to shut. They were already engaged. So, okay. So we've got this guy here. He's going to attack these guys. This guy is going to attack this guy. Or these 2 guys are going to attack here. So that's going to be blue against orange. These guys are going to attack here. So that's going to be, he's attacking red. We got green right there. Okay, this guy's attacking here. So he's going to be orange to blue. And then this guy's attacking here. So we've got green to red. Okay. Then we look down here and we've got these 2 guys. Are going to attack here. Okay. This guy is going here. This guy's, see, this guy's going there. This guy's going there. And then these 2 guys are going there. Okay. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 combats to resolve. So we're gonna need 9 dice. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so here we go. All right, so the first one, those 2, that's an 8. Then we have a 2. An 8. Excuse me. A 9. another 9, a 5, a 5, a 1, and an 8. Okay. All right, so let's close in here and do the first one. Okay, so it's the green versus the red. Veteran versus veteran. That's going to put us at 7. Now, the defender is depleted, so now we go to 8, and it's 2 to 1. So now we go to 9. We rolled an 8. Again, on the 9, so it can be 2 and 3. So he takes 3, which is going to put him at 6. So he's going to be right there at collapse. So we'll put the number on top, so we know we have to roll for that. Okay. And then these guys, they have to take 1 apiece. All right, so now we move to the blue, veteran versus veteran against the orange, and that's 2 to 1. It's going to be at 9, and when I roll a 2 at 9, it's going to be 2 and 2. All right, so oops. All right, so he takes 2. These guys stacked here. Top guy has 2, the bottom one takes 1. All right, so now we go to the green versus red, and the dice was an 8. There it is. So an 8. And I believe that's just 1 to 1. So it's going to be on the 8 column. An 8 on the 8 column is going to be 2 and 3. So this guy takes 3. This guy takes 2. So he's at 3. Okay. Might be easier to see him up there. That's in the 9. So we've got veteran versus veteran. We've got 2 against 1. It's going to be on the 9 column. And I rolled a 9. 2 and 4. So these guys got to take 2. Oops. All right. Next, of course, we have another 9. But this here is just 1 to 1, so it's going to be on the A column. Still, it's going to be 2 and 4. So, okay, he's going to be at 5. It's going to be close to collapse. Here, this guy takes 2. So now he's up to 3. Okay. All right, next. All right. So here, blue against orange, we've got 2 against 1. Okay, 2 against 1. We're going to be at the 9 column. With a 5, that's going to be 2 and 3. So he's going to take 3. So he's going to be at 5. Close to collapse. And these guys have to take 2. So top guy has 1. Bottom guy has 3. No? Yeah. All right, now the red. I got a 1. We got 2 against 1, so we're in the 9 column. A 1 is going to be 3 to 2, so the attackers take 3. He just takes 2, so he's going to be at 3. And then these guys have to take 3. Top guy is going to be at 5. Well, I must have miscounted. Because I still got 1 more to go here. Well, I'll drop that dice. Okay, so this was a 4. All right, so the blue versus the orange here. So we've got, let's see here. We've got 2. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2 against 1. It's going to be on the 9 column with an 8. 2 and 3. So this guy's going to have to take 3. So he's going to be at 6. And these guys have to take 2. Bottom guy takes 1. Top guy, though, is at 5. So he's near collapse. Alright. And then the last one are these guys that were already at it. Already at each other. So we got 2 against 2. Only difference is going to be the depletion. So that is going to move it from 7 to 8. And 8, 4 just going to be 2 and 2. So let's pull these guys back, see what they got. Oh, we got a route. This guy is a 5. So and let's see, these guys got to take 2. See where they're at. So this guy's going to be at 3. Other guy's going to be at 5. So all right. So the first thing we're going to have is this route. Now he's going to have to go through this hex. Route movement. So through the same legion, there's no penalty. So no penalty, they just move on through. But of course, these guys move in. Okay. Now here, both are close to collapse. Defender's going to roll first. Roll a 3. He stays. Flip this over to 5. He stays. So he goes back to 4. Okay, we'll move down the line, and I'm going to check that one. Roll the 4. He's going to flip back over and stay. Next one. 0, so he's going to stay. All right. Down here, 3, he's going to stay. So they all held, except for that one unit, those 2 cohorts. Or actually just, was it 1 or 2? Now 2. So All right, so now Pompey is going to try for momentum. Roll to 4. He gets momentum and nobody can trump him because no one else is active. So, all right, so in his momentum, individual orders, Legion Command, Line Command, Direct Legates. Let's see. See if there's some kind of restriction in the scenario. No, there's not. Okay, let me look in my rule book here real quick about these commands. Okay. I think I have to go to momentum. That'll tell me what they can and cannot do. So. I thought there was some kind of restriction. I guess there's not. Okay, so so I guess basically these tribunes are still active in the fact that he can order them to do something like move, but they're not going to be able to like do any orders themselves. Like he couldn't send them to a routed unit and then have them rally. He could do that, but and it could be somewhere within his range. Excuse me. All right, so Now, Pompey has 6 commands. He's the overall commander, so he can command any unit. I tell you what Pompey's going to do. Of course, I would flip those tribunes over, but Pompey is going to move to his left flank and wreck that cavalry. Is what he's going to do. So, he's got 6 commands. The first one, he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he goes to there. Okay. Now he's got 5 commands left. Okay. Let's move over here. All right. Now he's got a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. So he can reach this guy, and of course this guy here. Now they've already moved. But he wants to get behind Alright, so this guy, this unit here, now he's an archer. Light cavalry archer. I don't think he's let's see here. Yeah. Light cavalry. So much stuff is defense superior as long as they have their skirmishers, their attack superior. But he can fire his arrows, bow and arrows. Okay, so he's going to move. Got movement of 8, so he goes 1, 2. You don't have to worry about. I don't think you have to. I think routed units, you don't have to stop for them. You just move right down. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. Like this. 6. And goes 7. Right there. Now, he's got to take a hit. because he moved. This is his second move, so he takes a cohesion hit. Okay, and we're going to have a shock must check right there. But he's going to fire his arrows. Of course, this slinger gets to sling at him, so we got to do that first. Okay, so the slinger he's going to fire here. Get in there. You got a 2, that's a hit. So he's gone out 2. Alright, now he's going to fire at this veteran right there. That's where his arrows are going. Now he moved. So he's got a +1. Range is 2. So he's going to get a 3 or less, but he's going to have a +1 to the dice. That is 7, that's an 8. That's going to be missile low. Yeah, no, you see. No, that's only on a 9. Okay. So, alright, so we've got that. Okay. And then we have the next guy. It's this guy here. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn 6. Let's see. He was here. He turned like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8. Right there. And he's gonna do he's got to do a, well, he doesn't have to, it's gonna be a shot, no check for him. Or, yeah. It's a shock must check, but he's not gonna have to check. It's gonna be the router units that gotta check. Okay, so, all right, so, let me go back here. Okay, so Pompey is moved, and then he gave 2 other orders, so 3, let's see, 4 and then 3. So he's used 3. So now he's got 3 left. Okay. So he's going to, let's see, this guy's rallied, so he can't do anything with him. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. I can remove these move markers for now. Okay, so he's going to have this archer fire here, or let's fire at this guy. Okay, he's going to fire there. 8. It's not going to work. All right, so now he's down to 2. Let's see here. He'll have, I guess this slinger fire here. 8. He's going to be missile low. All right, so he's got 1 left. Let's see. I guess he'll have this fire here with this creep guy back here. That's a range of 3. 9. So he's going to be missile low. Okay. All right. So now we have to resolve this. These attacks over here. All right, so let's come in here. Alright, so we've got this guy against this skirmisher, and then the other one is this, I guess this red unit. And that guy's going to take a hit because he moved. This is the second time to move. So, try to get some of this out of the way. Every time you move after the first time, you do have to take a cohesion hit. Alright, so shot must check TQ with the green and the red. Zero and a 7. So we got a 7 for the skirmishers. So that means they're going to take 3 hits just right off the bat before we even start. Alright. And then for the blue, and the router unit, 3 and 4, so the router unit is destroyed. He's gone. Okay. So I've got a roll here. I think I'm gonna have to roll for pursuit. Okay, let's see. Maybe I don't pursue. Just looking this over. 8.43. So yeah, I guess it, well, see, the unit was really surrounded. So I'll just say no, but he will advance. So he's going to advance right here. Okay, so we can take this away. This and this way. So the only one we're going to have now is going to be with the skirmisher. Okay, so we got light cavalry against the skirmisher. Okay. Let me look here first. Oh, he can't shock. He's a Class A unit, so he can't shock. So all he can do is fire his arrows. So okay, so we're gonna have to give the skirmisher his stuff back. Okay, Let's pull back over this way. So we wouldn't do this. And this guy, of course. Probably would have been there. So the skirmisher doesn't take the hits. I'll just put him there. I can't put him there. I have to put him here, like that. All right, pull back. Pompey has got one more chance for momentum. He got a 4, so he gets another attempt here. So yeah, what does he want to do? Of course, he wants to move around here and get these cavalry units going. So he's going to move. He goes way over there. So now he's got 5. Okay. So this unit here is going to take a hit. Four, 5. Of course, this guy's got to move. 5. Boom. He's going to go right into there. That slinger can fire at him. So, slinger fires at him. 6 is a miss. Okay, so we're going to have a shock must check. Up there. Of course, that legionnaire can't turn. Okay. Let's see what we got here. When that guy moved in there, he could have attempted to turn at least one vertex. So I should have rolled, possibly, but what can you do? And when he moved in here, this skirmisher could have fired. So, but that's already over. Missed it. Okay. So, all right. So. Guy's going to turn here and he's going to go right here. So he takes a hit. Because he moved again. And we've got a shock must check. Okay. And then this guy, he's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to turn right like that. And he takes cohesion hit. Okay, so Pompey moved him, and I moved all 3, so now there's 2 left. He's got 2 left. Okay, he'll have this unit here. His archers fire here. Seven. And then he'll use his last order to remove those 2 hits on that unit. Maybe there shouldn't have been the 2 hits on it to start with. I don't remember. Okay, so we've got some shocks must check here. Okay, so okay, the first one we have to check is this one here coming in here. And I can roll for him to turn. Getting attacked in the rear, he's going to be probably off the chart. It all depends on where they're going to start. But, okay, we've got what, Roman cavalry. Okay. And they're superior, position superior, so they get the bonus. Okay. They're going to start off at the 7. No, actually, they're going to start off down here. They're in the rear at 10 and move up to 12. Now, but he's got to roll. If he rolls to turn, then it goes from 10 to 9, and they're only at 11. It does make a difference, but it's going to be double anyway, so he's going to be routed, and they're going to have 2. It's going to be routed, and they're going to be 2. It really doesn't matter what I roll. Roll a 0. But we got to roll for shock must check first. 5 and 3, everybody passed. Okay, and then the next one, which is the blue and the orange there, shock must check. 5 and 3, they all passed. Okay, so now we just go to the combat. Like I said, I rolled a 6. So we did it on the 11. It's going to be on 12. So it's going to be 2 and 4 becomes 2 and 8. So he's going to be routed, but of course he can't. There's nowhere for him to route to. You know. least he can move to there. But, oh, come on, don't do that. You gotta know where to go to. So, and then we roll for pursuit there, but let's go ahead and do this other. Now, if I include this guy, then he has to attack this guy. We don't want that. We don't want any of that. So we're just doing this guy in the back here. Of course, he can't turn. So that's a veteran, and that's a Roman cavalry. Got a 5. So I think, let's see, we're going to be at, he's in the rear, Roman cavalry, 10. It's going to go to 11. Rolled a 5. It's going to be 2 and 6. So he's going to take 2, he's going to take 6, he's going to be destroyed. Okay, this guy's gone. Okay. Okay, he's gone. Of course, this guy has to take a hit, 2 hits. See? He's at 3. So he goes to there. And then the pursuit over here. Rolled a 1. So it's just going to be a break off. But of course he's moving in to there. And because he moved in there, skirmisher gets to fire at him. Oh, yep, gets a hit. So this guy takes a hit. All right. And that's it. Then I got to move these. I got to move these routed units. So, camp rally, it's not going to happen. Route movement. So now I'm going to move. I'll move the routed units. Okay. And you know, like this routed unit here, he can't go anywhere. So he's just going to be gone. There's nowhere for him to run to. Okay, so let's do Caesar's units first. Let me go back here. We'll get up here like this. And this guy here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here is off. This one here is off. This one's off. This one is off. This one is off. This one here I've moved. 5. Got these guys down here. Oops. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. This one over here is off. Okay. Let's see, we got some routed units right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 5. Okay. Alright, so that's all of Caesar's routing units. Now we go to Pompey's. We'll start over here with this guy here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, down here, this one's off. This one's off. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's off. Let me just do it this way. Oops. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's not moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. There's one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We look across. This one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. Oops. All right, 1, 2, 3, 5. And here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got this guy here. 1, 2, 5. And we look across here. We've got these guys. 5. 5. 5. And of course we've got these units over here, and these are cavalry units, so they've got what, 8, 7. He's gone. This unit here, he's gone. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he's gone. This guy here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's gone. 8. 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I think that's it. And at the moment, if you look, okay, of course, Pompey's got all these units down here fixing a route. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, that's 26. You know, multiply 26 by, let's see, 5. 26 by 5. That's like 80, right? Yeah, it's like 80. No, 100 and, no, that's not 80. That's 130. Okay. Move marker off of this guy. All right, let's think here a minute. So we did the route move. We do the reload segment, and then we flip it and remove. So a lot of these units are going to get reloaded. Of course, if they're he's now going to be, we can remove that. We can flip over these guys. I'm just going around flipping over all the tribunes, all the section. I'm going to move these rallied markers. That's something else that you remove. Flip and remove, that kind of stuff. Let's see here. That tribune's already flipped over, so is he. Continuous. Tribune, this tribune, this one back here. Oh, this one's got a route move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just flipping over these leaders. Let's see. That rally marker. Move that. Both of these guys get flipped. What's that rally marker's gone? I think that does everybody. Oh, yeah. Just got to turn like that for. All right, so if let's just let's bring these pieces over so we can kind of count what we've got with who to who. All right. Skirmishers not going to count. I don't know whose skirmishers those were. Let's see here. What's all this? Okay. All right. So this gray guy here, where does he belong? I guess he's okay. All right. So we're looking at what we got here. Okay, we got two of these. 3 6s. There's another 5. Here's a 7. There's another 7 and 6, and then another 6. All right, so we've got 7s. These guys are like this. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s. So that's 30. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another 30. That's 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay, 130. Okay. So 130. And let's see here. Okay, so Caesar withdraws at 230. Need another 100 points, which are on their way. Okay, now Pompey is at 210. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20. 33. 43, 51. So he's at 51 right now. But that's fixing all change. So, because he's just not going to be able to save all those units that are on the edge of the map here. I want to show you. So he's going to have to do something pretty drastic. All right, so if we look here at the edge, okay, these okay, those 2 cavalry units, of course. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gone. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 there. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, 14. Okay, so 14 at, say, what are these? Most of these guys 5s? Yeah, most of them are 5s. Okay, so 14, 14, yeah, that's going to be 20. Okay, it'll be 70. So he's going to be at 120 pretty easily, okay, after next turn. Something like that. Okay. So they still got quite a bit. I mean, they still got quite a few other cohorts on the board still. So why my screen is so dark? There we go. Maybe that'll lighten it up. So in the middle here, of course, the flanks, both of the flanks are compromised. Okay, over here, Mark Antony has lost this flank. Latinius's cohorts are just rushing up here. He's got nothing that he can send over there. He's just got routed units back here behind him. Okay, well, he's got one rallied unit back here. Okay, he can't do anything. Okay, and they can't pull any of these guys back because they're facing guys. So these guys are going to be able to just turn and come onto their flank. Okay, so you can factor that Mark Antony's legions are done. Okay, and you know, Dominius here, his legions, well, part of his legions are routing. Okay, the 6th was standing strong, and they're going to have to, you know, they've got to turn here because you got Syria's the 2 Syrian legions here under Aphronius. I think that's, no, maybe he's got, let's see, he's got the Macedonians. Who's got? Maybe it's, yeah, Scipio. Where's Scipio at? Where did Scipio go? Oh, he's way down here at the bottom of the map. Scipio's way down here. So Scipio is not, he's not anywhere close to being able to do anything with his troops there. They're kind of just standing around. So Dominius may be able to he's going to have to maybe use one of his order phases for regrouping and then turn around and do something with the momentum maybe. Wait to see. So we know the Caesar's left flank is destroyed, and then if we look here in the middle, we've got some serious issues here, right here, and over here on Caesar's right, we got a standstill except for the cavalry we've got in behind them. Pompey moved up there to wreck the cavalry himself, and they're behind, ready to exploit. And there's not anything. Caesar didn't have any troops. He didn't have anybody he can pull off the line. I guess he could pull some guys off the line here facing the. He's got he's got one there. Okay, he's going to need to be regrouped. But see, things don't look good for Caesar. Not at all. So, not at all. So that's all of this this video. As you can see, we got troops just running for the hills to go back home. They want to return. So we'll see what happens. Come back and join me for another one. All these skirmishers, they don't count for anything but them up here. Just again, our sponsors here had these tubes were falling, creating a mini earthquake. So check out Mertu at mertu.com. Fine quality men's jewelry. And seriousdice.com. Check them out. They've got their sets are 8 dice, and you're going to get 2 20-sided dice. One's going to be a different color than the rest of the dice in the set. So rounded, easily distinguishable numbering, and I like the way they roll. So check them out, seriousdice.com. I'll put links for the YouTube channels, and you can check them out there. Again, this is Lee with 82 Game and 12, and this was a game designed by Mark Herman and Richard Berg, developed by Alan Ray, came out in 2023, which was a reprint of and a improvement, I guess, on maps and some different things with the Julius Caesar battle sets. So great, it's a great set if you know, Julius Caesar is something you want to study, look at, see how his battles went, could have went, so forth. I suggest you pick this up. For the price, it's an outstanding buy because of all of the battles scenarios you get. And if you're a fan of the Great Battles history, this is really I think a edition that you have to have. So check it out. Come back and see the next video, see what happens. Things don't look good for Caesar. So Pompey is licking his chops.